Alright, what is going on, everyone? Today we're going to be reacting to Lil Durk being in some serious trouble, man. So OTF members are here snitching, and the feds are linking him to even more murders. One murder being the murder of FBG Cash or FBG Duck murders, you know what I mean? So yeah, those murders happened quite a while ago still, but yeah, man, the feds are just linking him to a lot of murders, and OTF members are snitching, man. The people Lil Durk put his trust in the most are snitching on him just to get a lighter sentence or to even get out of prison, man. So it's crazy, man. You have Young Thug members snitching. Now it's OTF members snitching. You can't really trust anybody. But let's just dive into the video, see what's going on.
He is finished. Every time I wake up, the feds is releasing new evidence that makes him look guilty as hell. Now, I know his fans is mad. I know his fans don't want to take accountability, but you gotta blame Lil Durk for putting himself in this situation. You're a multi-millionaire, got beautiful kids, got a beautiful wife named India, and you running around with gang members putting hits on people. You mad at O-Block because they didn't slide for kingvon, so you put bounties on them. Lil Durk, kingvon is the reason kingvon is no longer here. Yes, kingvon was a real nigga. Yes, we can say he was a real gangster, but he caused his own death. He thought he could really put his hands on Quando Rondo. You seen the way he was beating on Quando Rondo? Quando Rondo falling to the ground, kingvon kicking him in his ass. Lil Tim hopped out the car, put that lead in kingvon, and now everybody mad. And now Lil Durk is crashing out, and that's the reason why he finna spend the rest of his life in jail. And it's clear as day. The feds is trying to establish Lil Durk and OTF as a criminal organization, and they trying to establish Lil Durk as a serial killer. If you are a Chicago rapper that died between the year 2020 and 2024, the feds are saying Lil Durk is the reason for your demise. They are saying Lil Durk put hits out on people, and Lil Durk was running OTF like a criminal organization using rap money. He was bribing the killers. He had them on payroll, and they was doing hits to further the gang. That's what the feds is saying. So Lil Durk wasn't on trial for Lil Pab murder. He'll be on trial for a RICO, so he's finished either way. Now, the feds put in the paperwork that Lil Durk is responsible for a few murders. They say he paid for FBG Duck to get killed. They say he paid for FBG Cash to get killed. They say he wanted Quando Rondo killed. And I'm looking at Durk like, damn. You all on video messages, you all in text messages, you all on Instagram discussing murders. I'm starting to think that this is what you wanted. No reason for everybody to be mad at the fans. I know Lil Durk fans are angry. They threatening the judge. They talking about they gonna whoop the judge ass. They talking about free Durk could get shot. Y'all gotta take accountability, man. Y'all are sick in the head. We gotta hold the mirror up to Lil Durk. You had the world at your palms. Everybody was giving you props as a rapper. Everybody was rocking with you, and you couldn't leave the streets alone. You still trying to hold court in the streets, so you got nobody to blame but yourself. But anyway, I'm gonna read you guys this paperwork, and I'm gonna show you how many bodies the feds are alleging that Lil Durk got. Take a look at this and pay attention, because it gets crazier by the page. Let's go. Boom! This is what the first page is saying. And it looked like the feds is going after the OTF record label. They going at the music executives, and they are blaming them. They are saying, you knew Lil Durk was a loose cannon. You knew he had gang ties. You knew he was rapping about murders in his music, and you guys still decided to publish it and make money off of it. So y'all in trouble as well. Take a look at this. Knowingly celebrated and glorified murders committed by Durk Banks, aka Lil Durk, and other OTF members, which emboldened other gang members to act out on the orders and bounty to murder Stephon Mack. So let's be clear about this whole situation. Lil Durk was moving real loose in the streets. He was allegedly putting hits out on people, and it was no secret. He rapped about it. He was antagonizing rivals. He was telling everybody what he did. He slid for kingvon, he slid for things. So Lil Durk is the reason he's in this position. That's how they can use the lyrics against him. And the feds is putting that in the paperwork. Let's continue reading. failed to properly hire, select, train, supervise, and retain its employees and artists, but not limited to Dirk Banks, aka Lil Durk, Anthony Montgomery, Wilson, OTF Chug, and OTF Vernie, who all ratified and celebrated the killing of Stephon Mack. Now, Stephon Mack is a gang member, and Lil Durk allegedly felt he was responsible for the murder of his brother, and Lil Durk vowed revenge. He rapped about it. If you was there when D-Thang got killed, your ass is dying. That's what he said in the music video. So the feds is piecing together. They are saying Lil Durk is evil. He's running this criminal street gang. He using rap money to put hits out on people. We going after the label. We going after him. We going after the executives. Everybody ass in trouble. Damn. Let's continue reading. Maintain unqualified executives included but not limited to Dirk Banks, aka Lil Durk, and OTF Varney. Now, OTF Varney is the nigga with the missing tooth, the paraplegic, the nigga in the wheelchair. But I heard before he got shot and paralyzed, OTF Varney was a demon. That's why Lil Durk always shot him out. That's why Lil Durk always rap about him. The feds are alleging that OTF Varney might be in trouble. They saying he celebrated the killing of Stephon Mack. They all in interviews with the dudes who allegedly shot Stephon Mack. I'm like, damn, man. Let's continue on the second page. This is what it says. Prior to OTF being incorporated as a music label, it was a collective of gangs which consisted of O-Block, 600, Lamron, THF, and other subsets of the Black Disciple Street Gang, whose members and associates engaged in acts of violence, including but not limited to acts involving murder, battery, assault, robbery, and which operate on the south side of Chicago, in the county of Cook, state of Illinois, and elsewhere. OTF music label acted as the conglomerate to these street gangs and was the hub for their activity and engaged in a pattern and practice of murder for hires on the streets of Chicago. So they said Lil Durk was a rapper. He made a lot of money and he used the money from rap to put out murder for hires on rivals. They are alleging that Lil Durk is responsible for 6 to 7 to 8 bodies. So they basically calling Lil Durk a serial killer. They basically said if you ever cross Lil Durk, he gonna put a bounty on you. And now they are saying he wasn't just putting bounties on rivals, he'll put bounties on O-Block. If he feel you ain't slide for kingvon, Lil Durk wanted your ass dead. If you was dissing on him and you was once his homeboy, Lil Durk wanted your ass dead. And they said he was sending out group texts. He was paying for getaway cars. He was paying for weapons. He was telling the gang, hey, y'all gonna handle that for me. I don't like what he said about me. I don't like how they didn't ride for kingvon. I want their ass put on a t-shirt. And these dumbass gang members, they see a little money. They see Lil Durk shining. They know he got a little name for himself. They willing to do anything Lil Durk said. Lil Durk said, get on your knees and open up. Half of these gang members would do it. You know what, Lil Durk? If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it to a rich nigga. That's the mindset of these gang members, man. You see how easy they are to manipulate? You see how easy it is to dib money over their head, and they willing to do anything? They throw the morals out the window. They willing to do anything Lil Durk said. And I think Lil Durk knew that, and he acted upon that. Let's look at this third page. This is what it says. Culture and increasing the commercial appeal of his brand, which was based on attempted murder and murder for hires, including but not limited to the 2019 attempted murder by Lil Durk and kingvon in Atlanta. Now, we all seen that. Lil Durk and kingvon got arrested in Atlanta. They are alleged that they shot somebody. Lil Durk got arrested, kingvon got arrested, another dude got arrested, kingvon died, and the case went away. Now, a lot of people are saying it's because Lil Durk snitched on kingvon and blamed everything on him, but we don't really know for sure. All we know is that the feds dropped the case against Lil Durk, and he was happy as hell. He posted on Twitter, hey, my case got dropped, I'm no longer a felon, and then a year later, his ass arrested for murder for hire. Let's continue reading. The 2020 murder of FBG Duck by OTF members. Damn. Now, we all know O-Block 6 was arrested for the murder of FBG Duck. And we also know prior to FBG Duck getting killed, when they spotted him in the store, the first person they called was OTF D-Thang, which is Lil Durk's brother. And they said he put the green light on FBG Duck. So I guess the feds is putting two and two together. They are saying even though Lil Durk was in charge for the murder of FBG Duck, he still played a vital role. His brother OTF thing called the green light. And we heard FBG Duck mama speak, and she always maintained that Durk was going down for the murder of FBG Duck. She always maintained that Lil Durk was responsible. She was like, I don't give a damn if he wasn't arrested. I don't give a damn if his name is not in the paperwork. I know for a fact that Lil Durk played a role in getting my baby killed. And it seemed like she was right. What's her name? Katrina Weekly, whatever FBG Duck mom name. It seemed like she may have been right. Let's continue reading. The 2022 murder of Stephon Mack by an OTF member. Now, we all heard about Stephon Mack getting killed. He was leaving a youth center. 2 guys, I forgot their name. They rolled up on him. They blasted him down. They got arrested. The feds took their cell phones. And in the cell phone, they were talking to each other. Hey, man, you got that money from Durk? Hey, man, did anybody pay us for that yet? How stupid can you niggas get? If you gonna do a murder, don't conversate electronically, nigga. We gotta meet up in person. Don't be texting me talking about, did Lil Durk pay us yet? You know that shit can be traced. So these niggas was just thirsty. These niggas didn't have no criminal mindset. These niggas was just doing it for the money. And when you hire people just to do it for the money, that's how you get your shit caught up. I'm just being real with you. It seemed like Lil Durk was just willing to pay anybody to do his dirty work. And that's what got him in the end. So yeah, let's continue reading. The 2022 murder of FBG Cash by OTF members. Damn, the feds are saying OTF was responsible for FBG Cash. Now, we all know what happened to FBG Cash. He was dissing Durk. He was dissing D-Thing. One night, he was riding late at night with a female. He was getting dropped off at home. A car blocked him in. They hopped out. They gunned him down. And he was found laying by a tree. And Lil Durk was rapping about it. He was like, don't get found by that tree. You know, he was mocking FBG Cash. And soon when it happened, everybody pointed the finger at Lil Durk. Because soon after Cash was killed, Lil Durk and his whole gang was on Instagram Live. They were laughing. They was counting money. They was dissing FBG Cash. And if you go on YouTube, you will see people blaming Lil Durk immediately. Lil Durk just couldn't help himself. Every time one of his ops died, this nigga went live. This nigga went self-snitching. So that's how people can put 2 and 2 together. So it wasn't hard for the feds to do it. And the feds already openly admitted that they watch YouTube documentaries. They watch open source content to piece together everything, man. They made all them documentaries Trap Lil Ross be doing. All them videos niggas be making on YouTube. The feds be watching. The feds be like, oh, really? Let's look into that. Hey, man, so y'all got to be careful what y'all put on YouTube, man. I know everybody love the drill culture. Everybody like to discuss body count. How many bodies Lil Durk got? How many bodies Zoo got? How many bodies 051 Melly got? Everybody like discussing that nonsense. But what you fail to realize that the feds is watching and they piecing that shit together and solving cases. I'm just keeping it real. I know you niggas love discussing Chicago drill scene on Reddit. The feds is watching. And let's continue. It say the 2022 murder of Savia Robinson by OTF members. Now, we know that's Lil Pab. Now, we know for a fact OTF was behind that. They got camera evidence. They got niggas buying tickets with OTF credit cards. They got text messages from Lil Durk saying, don't get nothing involved in my name. And I'm like, damn, man. I want to believe Lil Durk is innocent. I would love for a redemption story from Lil Durk. I would love for Lil Durk to beat this case and see how he react. But it don't seem like that's likely. They got too much evidence. Niggas snitching, you know. OTF DV. Talking about I want a separate trial. Y'all got all this evidence against Lil Durk. Yes, Lil Durk is guilty of that, but what do y'all have against me? That don't look good, man. It look like Lil Durk finna spend the rest of his life in jail. You might as well let India go. You might well let India get with a nigga like me, to be honest with you. I take care of her, you know, you might well do that. Cause you got India holding on hold, but I can just tell India, baby, it's over with. He ain't never coming home, man. Y'all can be in denial. This is the Fed. This ain't state. This ain't Atlanta. He ain't finna get the Young Thug treatment. He ain't finna make the prosecution look like damn fools. These are feds, and they got they ducks crossed. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it looked like Lil Durk fate is sealed. A couple of niggas turned state. It looked like he was talking to an OTF foreman. He was texting. He was leaving voice messages. They got so much evidence on Lil Durk. It requires a hard drive. You get what I'm saying? So, man, it's just crazy. I know you guys hate that. I hate it, but it is what it is. No need to threaten the judge. No need to try to threaten the witnesses. And oh yeah, didn't Lil Durk get caught with an Apple Watch in jail? So it's clear that he was trying to talk to some people. He was trying to communicate with people he didn't want the jail phone call to pick up. Because if you were just living an honest life and you were just trying to communicate with family, you would do it over the jail phone. Hey, mama, how you doing? You be talking on the jail. You be talking on your little iPad. But no, you wanted to talk to witnesses. You wanted to talk to gang and them. That's why you had that Apple Watch. And they said when they tried to take it from you, you tried to destroy it. So I hope it ain't really no evidence in that Apple Watch. Because even if you destroy the Apple Watch itself, feds still can get data from the phone. You gotta understand, these are the feds. They got their own hackers. Wherever you discussed in that Apple Watch, wherever you told somebody, they can pick up the messages. So don't think just because you erased it, it's gone forever. And that's the problem. Lil Durk ain't patient. It seems like Lil Durk is panicking. And those are all signs of a man being guilty. If you really innocent, you had nothing to do with this, you would just have faith in God. And you would just rely, he's like, hey, they ain't got nothing against me. I'm going to sit back and chill. But it shows when you trying to tamper with witnesses, you know, you trying to sneak an Apple Watch in jail, you trying to talk to people, that show that you trying to get shit in your favor, man. And it's not looking good for Lil Durk. That's why you ain't got no bond. You making Drew Feeling work overtime. And yeah, now you got everybody on the internet saying you are responsible for the murder of FBG Cash. You are responsible for the murder of FBG Duck. You are responsible for the murder of Quando Rondo. Because the paperwork said you had a problem with Quando Rondo because he ain't really ride for Kingvon. But let's not forget, the moment Lil Durk brother D-Thing died, O-Block member Quando Rondo started dating his baby mom and got her pregnant. So I think Lil Durk was mad about that. He was like, man, my brother died and you start fucking his baby mom. You put a baby in her. I don't like you anyway. So I'm gonna think of any reason to have a problem with you. And that's what Lil Durk did. That's the mindset, man. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts about this whole situation. I want to know how you guys feel about it. Do you think...
But yeah, that is the end of the video. Let me know what y'all thought about this whole situation, man. Lil Durk might actually be cooked, but you never really know, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, these rappers have money, their labels have money. If the label or somebody really wants Lil Durk to get out, I'm pretty sure they could make it happen, you know what I mean, one way or another. Because you look at Young Thug, for example, he got out of jail even though people thought he was gonna get life, you know what I mean? And there were people snitching on him too. Like, there were Young Thug closest friends are snitching on him for a plea deal or just to get out of prison and save their own self, you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like Lil Durk could get out of prison. I don't think this is the end, even though it may seem so. You know what I mean? He could definitely get out. But let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think Lil Durk is cooked? Do y'all think he won't be able to get out of prison? Or do y'all think he could get out? I don't know, man. He could face a couple years. Look at Pooh Shiesty, you know what I mean? He was in jail for he was supposed to be in jail for like 5-6 years or something, and he got out pretty early. So yeah, man, I feel like Lil Durk could get a couple years, get out early, you know. So I don't know, man, but let me know what y'all thought about this whole situation. But sending hits on people is crazy. Trying to sneak an Apple Watch in prison, that's also crazy too. And destroying it right after, that can land yourself in even more trouble. Like, why are you sneaking an Apple Watch inside of prison, then destroying it when they catch you? But yeah, but if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content. And without further ado, peace out.